I welcome you all once again. Today, as I promised, spirituality is not bought or rather sold. But this very time, as I promised that I will be talking about the Olodus, but I want you to understand that I will bring my language down on Pidgin English and on my mother dialect. I'm an Edo man. I'm from Great Benin Empire. So I will be speaking more on Edo language on this episode. Really kaka, Olodu, 16 Olodu, that is 16 major Odus. That is what we have in Ifizi. In Edo of Benin Empire, 16. The first Odu is Ogbe Maji. The second Odu is Oyeku Meji. The third Odu is Iwuri Meji. The fourth is Edimeji. Obara is the fifth, while Okoro is the sixth position of the Odus. Irosumeji takes 7. Onwarimeji takes 8. We have Ogudameji that takes 9. Orameji takes 10. Otumeji, Allah Salam Aleikum, takes 11. Irete takes 12. While Eka Meji takes 13. 14. Olobomeji or Eturupomeji. While Oshemeji is the one that follows. After Osemeji, please, I'll get back to you. You read a video record now. Osemeji, we now have Ofumeji. Ekpa, which is the 16 Olodus. Today, I will be talking about Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji, or rather Eji Ogbe. We'll be talking about Ogbe Maji. This is a sign of life. And this Odu is an Odu of a greater supporter. It's supporter. Odu that actually represents pure light, which is the senior Odu. Now, we're talking about the creation of this day, today being the daylight. We are talking about Ogbe Maji. Now, this Ogbe Maji, we have positive and negative Ogbe Maji. This is where I want my listeners or viewers to really understand. For those, this is your first time of watching my channel, I'm here to talk about or deliberate details about what Ifa is all about. I'm here to talk about the 256 Odus. So my first step or my first leg today is under Ogbe Maji. If you are watching me now, please, I beg you to subscribe. Better still, share, because I want this message to go wide to assist other devotees in Ifa, other people who are carrying this patron Odu of Ogbe Maji, so that they can be able to understand what Ogbe Maji is talking about. Ogbe Maji in Ifa, when Ogbe Maji comes out in an Odu, when or even a divination, is a question. How, Orunmila, this is me. How did you see me? One minute, Orunmila, why am I there? Then after casting the first Odu, the first throw, it happens to be Ogbe Maji. If on this ground that Ogbe Maji appears at the first, that is why it's very important for us to understand that you have to ask for that Odu, Ire or Ayewo, which is positive or negative. Positive, there's positive Ogbe, there's negative Ogbe. Because there are some people today, when you cast an Ifa and Ifa is just talking Ogbe, you just decide it's just positive. No. When you are casting Ifa and Ifa appears to you and it's an Ogbe, yes, it's an open door. This open door that he's talking about, is it negative or positive? That is why we have said Ogbe has positive and Ogbe has negative. So when it comes out as an Ire, that is good, that is positive, then you have to pass the positive aspect of it. But when it comes out as an Ayewo, which is negative, meaning if it is negative, for instance, let me go to this very area to explain much here. If it is negative, yes, you have to cast your Ebbo. That is where you have to really ask Orunmila. This negative is always speaking of death. That is the first thing. If he said no, is it speaking of sickness, of financial problem, or disappointment? These are areas, those things that is odd, those things that are odd need to be asked after. So as you are not checking, if Orunmila have said death, when you now ask, he said death, for instance, you should understand that that very day that Ogbe appear for you, you are not supposed to split blood on that on Ifa, because this is where the mistakes is always coming up. When Ogbe Maji appear and you split blood on that Ifa at that particular time, it is a dangerous venture. So this is where I want people to really understand. But when Ogbe Maji appear and it is Ayewo, you are not expected to split blood on that Ifa at that very day. Because Ifa is saying that this client or this person, he has not been able to see this person clear. This person or the client is the person that you are now checking for. He is not seeing it well. What happened? You have to request snail, Egile. Egile 16 is needed to be split on Ifa at that particular time, because Ifa need to be at peace with something that is soft or rockpese, meaning like snail, shea butter, coconut water, and there is a leaf that is requested on this Ogbe Maji, which is Ebe Ealo. This leaf will be requested after splitting on that Orunmila. You will now ask Orunmila, on what particular day will you or will it be that you remove the substance, those things on the Ifa, so that that client, that person will now use the water to now mix with further water to now use it to bath, so that this person will now have a very calm nature. So after about a day or two or three, when you have asked Orunmila, Orunmila said a day or two. After that time, after using that water to that bath, that medicine to that bath from Ifa, you have to re-ask Orunmila how the way forward. Orunmila will also speak. But if, for instance, that this person carry Orunmila and it is an Ugbodu that this person has gone on and Ogbe Maji appear at Ugbodu, the same episode is also required or requested that whatever thing that has been bought at that very day, whether tortoise or goat, whatever, need not to be splitted with blood. You are still requested to use that snail, which is Egile. It is when it is the third day now, you have to recast Ifa. Ifa will always tell you the way forward from that very aspect. So I believe you have understand this episode I have cleared on this Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji has positive, Ogbe Maji has negative. When we're talking about the positive aspect of it, Ogbe Maji speaks of life, Ogbe Maji speaks of something good, and Ogbe Maji speaks of someone that is in line with his or her destiny. someone in line that the person in question is in agreement with his or her destiny. That is the positive aspect of Ogbe Maji. Then the same area, I want us to also understand that Ogbe Maji speaks of open road without opposition. A road without opposition, opportunity without opposition. That is Ogbe Maji in the positive aspect of it. That is what you really have to understand. Then the same thing is this. Ogbe Maji also speaks of someone that is choosing based on reincarnation. Based on reincarnation, a reincarnated person. This is Ogbe Maji. So while I'm telling us all this issue, it's for us to really understand this area of Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji speaks of blessings. Ogbe Maji speaks of abundance and someone that will have a large family. This is Ogbe Maji. So Ogbe Maji on his own ground, on one fail to listen or hearken to the advice of Ogbe Maji, what that person gets, it is the person will no longer living with the harmony of his destiny. That person will generate illness when you are not following the advice of Ogbe Maji. What happens in the life of the person? Illness, you understand, poverty and isolation always be the order of the day. But Ogbe Maji brings an admonition to remain vigilant in the process of manifesting good character. We're talking about Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji speaks of good character. Good character is very important. But the negative aspect, it speaks of what? It speaks of tyrant or arrogancy. That is still the negative aspect of it. We're talking about Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji, Ire, and Ayewo, which I've explained. So the area is that Ogbe Maji, the Ogbe Maji in that aspect of sacrifice of this of Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji needs to take Eshu as one of the affiliated Eriwoya, one of the deities that always follow Ogbe Maji. The Eshu. Your head do is very important on this direction, and this is also an Odu that Ogbe Maji speaks of a Baitala. Baitala is one of also the affiliated Orisa. Ogun is very, very important. River, spirit, deity is very, very important. So in this aspect, I want us to really understand, and these are the areas I want us to understand. So as I've said, if your first time of really coming into this my channel, I want you to share. Better still comment if there's any question you want to ask me based on Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji has 16 stanzas. It's 16 verses that is under Ogbe Maji. So if you have any question to ask me, feel free. Comment on this section. I will always respond to you. If you have further questions to ask me, I will respond to you. And I beg you all to share so that other devotees or more Eriwoya, other devotees, they will always have opportunity to share this message with them. Ogbe Maji, as I'm still talking about, Ogbe Maji talks about the divinity of health, and Ogbe Maji on his own, how he worked to survive the wrath of the wrath of the elders of the night. Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji was also the one how he was able to make sacrifice to have peace of mind. These are all verses of Ogbe Maji. How Ogbe Maji was able to assist the litigant is someone that has a court case, a very severe court case. How Ogbe Maji was able to assist that person was now free from that case. Ogbe Maji has that power, that ability. So it's one of those areas of solution when Ogbe Maji is called about. Ogbe Maji was also the one that makes prayers for a barren woman that now became a mother and now have a child. Ogbe Maji was the one who prophesied, who made that prophecy in an open market to that a woman that was called barren and later had a child. We're talking about Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji on his own is an Odu of a greater miracle. So I want you to still remain that to watch this video to the end so that you can get lots of this information I'm talking about Ogbe Maji, so that you can understand deeper in Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji. Still, we're talking about Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Maji is also talking about consciousness, someone that needs to be someone that is awakened. You understand? We're talking about consciousness. We're talking about consciousness that comes from the Creator. Consciousness that comes from the Creator, which is Olodumare or Osa Nobuwa. Now, the same thing is that we look at it at Eji Ogbe. Eji means first. We're talking about Eji. The meaning of Eji means first. You understand? This first means that Eji Ogbe means that this illusion comes from the Creator of the whole universe. And in the other aspect of it, I can as well stand to say that Ogbe Maji is Olodumare. Ogbe Maji is Osalobuwa. So these are the areas I really want us to really understand. The same Ogbe Maji was the one that derived from the palm tree. It was the one that derived from the forefather. It was the one that derived from the squirrel. So these are the areas. So we want you that when you need more details of what I'm talking about on Ogbe Maji, I really want you to give me a call of 070-311-54906. I repeat, 070-311-54906. The other number is 080-567-43599. 080-567-43599. So the areas I really want us to understand is that as one that is carrying Ogbe Maji as your patron Odu, your profession is likely to be a sailor. Your profession, you are a pioneer. You are going to be head of an organization. You are going to be a traveler, a very great traveler. So if you are into agriculture, also better, you are going to take care of pigs, piece of abundance, like piggery. You understand? That is Ogbe Maji, someone that will, always be the head, always be on top, no matter the situation, no matter whatever struggle is passing up. Yes, he will always come up victorious. That is Ogbe Maji for you. Ogbe Maji, on the other aspect, needs to be truthful. This is the area of character wise. Need to be truthful. Ogbe Maji need to go do things under purity. Ogbe Maji. Ogbe Ejiogbe. Ogbe on your board Ogbe. Nobaye Medo. Ogbe on your board Igiogbe. Igiogbe, talking about ancestors, where your lineage, Igiogbe. Ogbe, Obono Modion. Ogbe, Obono Diowe. Ogbe, Obonoba. Even if you look at, Ife today, the owner of Ife, because it becomes an owner of Ife, it must carry that petrol Odu as Ogbe Maji. Something speaking on the head of. So these are the profession of Ogbe Maji. So I want us to also understand some areas which is also vital in this Odu of Ogbe Maji. What are these areas? Yes, these are those things that the Odu Ogbe forbids, the taboos. Those things you are not expected to do as Omo Eriwoya under this Odu Ogbe Maji. You are not expected to do as Ogbe Maji. Anamewe Ogbe Maji. Or Lajan Ebubodu, only in Wemukia. Ogbe Maji or Bio Ugbodu. Evi ro no makekenu. Evi ro ni yaniwa. Ewa zese. Evi ro ni yaniwa. Evi ro ni yaniwa. Okay, kinue amata mawevo. Uzezese. I would wanna. Who complain on bagba. Enosi emanagba. Owe evi ro ni yanawa. Na matamawe. Ni unue na. Ni unue. I want you to subscribe. Share this message. It's very important. Olodumare, Osalobuwa will always bless you. Ifa will always bless you. For you being a contact to share this message, very important. As I've said, Orunmila has made me to come up to this extent to tell the world about Ifism. That is why I'm here. To help you. So that you can also help others. Because the information you get is a weapon. It's an advantage. Please share this message. Share this message. Share this video. Subscribe so that at my subsequent posting, you will always be the first to get it. Subscribe. Because as I've said, I'm going to deliberate on the 256 Odus. Starting from Ogbe Maji. Because my next episode, my second one now is going to be under Oyeku Meji. Eji Ogbe. That is Oyeku Meji. That is going to be my next episode of record. So I will discuss on that. So for you to be the first to get this message, I want you to subscribe. Subscribe. Just press the subscription. Subscribe. Then comment. If you have any question to ask me, feel free to ask me. As I've said, Ogbe Maji is very wide. So if there's any area you want to ask a question, ask me questions that I'm here to answer. I will always answer you. You understand? Comment on it. Share so that other people can get this video. Like. Press the like button. Share it so that they can get this message under this Odu Ogbe Maji, which I'm deliberating on today. I pray that God Almighty, our ancestors, Ifa Odu Ede, should help us to give us a better life. That better life will come our day because we are entering other new year. As the year is coming to our end and we are stepping on that new year, and this new year that is coming up will be a year of happiness, of more grace into our life. This Ogbe is what speaks to we, the Edo people, the Benin Kingdom, at this particular December, at the month of December, speaks of Ogbe. Because if you look at it, then this is where we all greet each other. Isel Ogbe, Ogbe Mamediawu, Isel Ogbe. This is where Ogbe related to the ancestors. Ogbe is the one that opened roads. You know, we are from December that we are stepping into January. This is Ogbe. This is what Ogbe is talking about, an open roads. So, as I've said, I want you to understand those affiliated Orisas that need to assist this Odu. Ifa, Eshu, your head, Obaitala Ogun is very important, and the goddess of rivers. Can be Olokun, can be Omami water. These are areas that speak of abundance. So those things which you need to forbid, which are the taboos that are related to Ogbe Maji. One, you are not expected to eat groundnut. Groundnut, you are not expected to eat groundnut. That's one. You are not expected to eat mushroom, itu, pepeu. You are not supposed to eat that. Ikme, red yam, no. Palm wine, no. These are areas that you are not supposed to eat. These are things that the Orunmila or that Ogbe Maji doesn't need those things. You understand? Then you are not expected to drink palm wine. Palm wine. You are not expected to drink palm wine. You are expected to always have what I call sound and good mind. That is character-wise. Always remain on the truth, no matter the situation at hand. Always remain truthful. This is Ogbe Maji. Then you are not supposed to put on black cloth. Black cloth is not black color. It's not expected to be worn or to wear in Ogbe Maji. When you are truthful, no matter the situation, as I've said, your tomorrow will always be better than your today. Always be truthful. When you are able to do that, I believe everything will be very well with you. But try as much possible to understand the taboos. You are not expected to eat antelope, uzo, no palm wine, granite, no, mushroom, no, and put on black cloth, no. And you are expected to walk with patience. Ogbe Maji speaks of patience. You are expected to walk with patience. When you are able to walk with patience, everything will work out well. Now, let me give you just one story. Because as I've told you, in all Odu has stories, proverbs, and poetry. So let me just give you this story, just one of it. This was what Odu that derived for sweet potato, Inyebu, sweet potato. Sweet potato that live to a land where yam was already there. Yam, corn, oka was already there. Then sweet potato said he was going to that land where there's yam and corn already. But sweet potato said he wants to be honored, he wants to be seen, he wants to triumph over yam and corn. What is he going to do in order for him to triumph, to prosper, to be in abundance, for people to really honor him? Sweet potato went to meet Orunmila. At divination, Ogbe Maji now fell. He was the one that came out. And sweet potato made sacrifice. After that sacrifice, sweet potato now left to the land where yam and corn was already dwelling. What happened? The people there who have already tasted yam and corn, when they now tasted sweet potato was now sweeter than yam, sweet potato was now sweeter than corn. So sweet potato continue to dance, continue to rejoice, thanking the Oluwo, the Ifa priest that divine, and Ifa priest not thank Orunmila, not thank Osanobuwa. This rejoice and everything, and it was Eshu who put song into the mouth of sweet potato, and sweet potato continue to rejoice. And he stated that if he's willing to repeat and a sacrifice of this nation, and it was said that only one sacrifice is always okay to take. This is one aspect of the story which I've told you. There are other stories under Ogbe Maji. There are other stories under Ogbe Maji. Other verses are there, as I said. So if you have any question, and Ogbe Maji is your patron Odu, you have any question you want to ask me, comment, leave your questions in my comment section. I will be there to answer your questions under Ogbe Maji. So whatever thing that is related to Ogbe Maji, I'm here to discuss it, to give you details, insights of this Odu. Aboru, aboye, abosise, Obara-Eka Temple, he said.